Hi there, everyone. Welcome to Barbie T's channel. I am here, your host today for the meeting, and we are about to have a podcast here, and we're going to invite a participant. So let's do that. Right now, I'm sending an email, and so they can get their meeting. I should be signed in already, but for some reason I'm not, and that's okay. Let me get it going. We have that, and then the password, which is very complicated. If you guys might have just did the wrong one. We'll see. Wrong password. Okay, I know what my password is. What? I changed it 8 days ago? Let me see if it's another one. Oh, okay. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, that's not that way, isn't it? Oh, wait, I think I know what it is. Aha! We're in. Protect your account. That's not even my phone number. Recovery from it, something. We'll put current phone for now, but that's not my real phone number. Well, I guess it's one of them. I have a lot of phone numbers. Anyways, I am recording. What is this? I'm trying to send a meeting. This is my first one. Okay, here we go. Let me try this again. I already sent the meeting, but for some reason, I'm not sure what he went. Let's try that. Let's see if she pops up on here. I can call her. Oh, I just said who it's gonna be. I said it was gonna be a she. Is the resolution for the yellow thing? Or should I change it? Pretty good. Okay. I'm about to call her. Let's see how this goes. Let's invite me. Yummy. Hola, ich liebe dich, meine Schwester. Yeah, yeah. My dear, so I sent you the link, but you're not on the page. I, yeah, I just sent you another one because I had sent you one, but I don't know why it wasn't working or something, so I sent you another one. Well, you don't have to. We can just do voice. There you go. Perfect. We're connecting. Can you see me? You see me? Good. I see your family. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh. Is that Caleb? Girl, how tall is he? Oh my gosh. He's super tall. My goodness. Hey, so You have the ability to record on your screen if you want. Did you see that? Are you recording? So you would have to hit like record or because I gave you the option to record. So you have to go onto your settings at the bottom where it says pause, stop recording, reaction, share screen. You're gonna hit record so you can have a copy of it for yourself. If not, I'll forward it to you. You're so silly, girl. Flattery gets you everywhere. So, can you join the audio on the actual computer so I can hear you on the computer or no? Because, but did you hit join audio on your phone? Okay, so we are literally doing our first podcast, myself and Jennifer Howard, who is a published author. Are you there?
Can you hear? Oh my God.
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you. I can hear you. You hear me?
Why are you so low?
I can hear you. It's your it's your
Oh.
volume. Put your volume up.
There you go. I got you, girl. I can hear you
Can you
now.
hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna put my headset on so you can hear me even better. Hold on. I'll be right back. Literally, I'm rolling over here on my chair. So this is our first podcast, and I want to say that. Oh wow, you can see part of my skin blurred out here. Ooh, I'm trying to be sexy. Let me stop.
Can't see nothing. It's blurred.
Okay, good.
All I
I'm not.
see is is your curtain and your chair. That's it.
Okay,
Everything else
good.
is blurred.
Thank you, Jesus, for blurring this because I just almost showed my midriff. Okay, here we go. We are official. Okay, come on. It's gonna sound better now.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
Hold on, 'cause I can hear you telling me you can see my beautiful lips moving, but you can't hear me now. Okay. Can you hear me there?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
we're official.
Oh my God. You sound so professional. Oh my God.
So we're here.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, you made it. We made it.
We made it.
So let me introduce everyone here on Barbie's channel. Welcome. This is Jennifer Howard, and she is a good friend of mine. I would go as far as to say one of my best friends that I have on this planet Earth because we have been through so much together and because she's
Yes.
amazing and she's
Oh,
awesome
so are
and
you?
and she's a person that loves God and her spirit is amazing. Literally, her spirit is
Oh,
amazing because the things that Jennifer, her patience threshold can hold, girl, you must be you must be an angel or
girl,
something's going on,
girl,
a good
don't put
angel, because not everybody can put up with me, and we know this for
girl.
facts. And if we need receipts, we can ask my lawyers how easy am I, how easy, you can ask my lawyers how easy is it to get along with Blanca. And they can show you the bill, and it's not easy, but you do it seamlessly, flawlessly. However, enough about me. So, enough about what we're saying about me with my lawyers. Let's talk about Jennifer because I would like to say, and I would like to share my screen. I'm going to try to do it, okay? See if we can share my screen here. Let me
Okay,
know if you can see me.
I can.
Okay, cool. You can see my screen. So this is what we're gonna do. Check this out. I want to show everyone something. And obviously these are my favorites. Shopping, Amazon is all right here, right? The first one is Amazon.
Right? I
Thank
think
you.
that's everybody's.
Shout out to Mr. Bezos. And as you can see, the things that I keep shopping for is cleaning supply. Buy again, buy again. Yes, this is
Right.
what we do. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to type in a couple of things and I want everyone to see this. Okay. Hold on, because I got stilettos, so I'm not typing as fast as I usually do. Hold on. So y'all check this out. I'm typing in Jennifer Howard,
Oh my God. No.
right? And
Oh
it's
my
path.
God.
Is it path? Right?
Huh?
What is it, Jennifer Howard? And then path to
It's just prayer
prayer
journal.
journal. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I'm thinking about your actual email. It says path to loving me, right?
Right.
And that's your
Yeah.
YouTube too?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But I don't have nothing. It's in the works.
You guys follow the path to loving me. Is that correct?
That's it.
And also, I want you to come on Amazon and I want you to purchase this book because it is
Oh,
a book that was written by none other than Jennifer Howard,
oh my
who
God.
is on the podcast. So for only $9.99, you guys can have this beautiful prayer journal. And I like to draw special attention to the actual circle. It's beautiful. It's mesmerizing. Like to me, it means like life, God, continuous, unbroken, nonstop, keep going, and the lines on here, the different tracks of life, like remind me of there's only one way to the kingdom of heaven, and very few shall find it. And it also
Amen.
reminds me of going from the darkness, the path. That's why I kept saying path, but like darkness, it's all dark, right? But then you have light, like see Jennifer Howard and prayer journal, it's light. But then you have these tracks that are going darker, darker, lighter, 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 like
Right.
boom, pink Barbie tings. I love it. So we're gonna take a look inside, everyone. I want everyone to go on here and purchase her book, and it's beautiful. She did the cover. She did all of the information on here. So this is super cute. A daily prayer journal, and you can write your name on here or you can give it as a gift to someone because we all know, baby, everybody needs prayer. So
That
gift them
part.
out. Yes.
That
These are
part.
beautiful, beautiful for Easter, for Mother's Day coming up. We have the holidays, stocking stuffers, you name it. Its dimensions are good. So you can put on
Thank
here
you so much.
your prayers, today's verse, and God guide me and teach me to. And then I am thankful for my prayer requests, tomorrow's invocation, and we have this beautiful journal here. So I suggest that everybody buy it and then look at the end, the copyrighted material. Boom, baby, here it is for Jennifer Howard. Who is this? Who is this beautiful lady? This is Jennifer Howard. Okay, so here she is, and I want to read this. Want to be more consistent in your prayer life? Of course, right? We all do. So God says to come before his throne boldly in Hebrews 4:16. God loves you and values the time you make for him. Ain't that right? Ain't God good?
All
So
the time.
you
All
guys
the
go on here, check it out. 9.99, add to cart, and let's get it going. So we're doing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And she has more books on here as well too, and there's more
Coming.
coming.
Yeah.
So you please stay tuned, and you can look at the date. She barely went live with this, so I'm super, super excited. Congratulations. I'm
Thank
so happy
you.
for you.
Thank
Super inspiration, Jennifer. So tell me,
you.
how do you think about your book? Because this podcast is all about health, wealth, and happiness, and this prayer journal fits all of those categories.
Well, you know, speaking for myself, being a single mom of five little ones, like when I do when I do read my Bible, I always have a notebook, and then it's like, um, one of my kids will be like, "Mom, I need some paper. I can't find no paper. Mom, we don't have no more computer paper. We don't have no more drawing paper. Can I use this notebook? Can I use this notebook?" And I'm always yes, 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 yes. And then, my thoughts and everything that I've written in there is destroyed, thrown away, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm laughing because I heard you last night. I think you were looking for a journal to write notes in, and you're like, "Give me my journal," and they're like, "Oh, I have your journal." You're like, "They all took my journals. I have nothing to write with." I said, "Write it on a piece of paper, toilet paper, anything. Just write it down."
Right, right. The joys of being a mother,
Right.
So I just wanted, you know, being consistent and being organized is really important. It you have to
It's
be
healthy, very healthy to be
have
organized
to
and
be
consistent and have a
organized,
routine.
right? You have to be organized and consistent in everything that you do, and even God's word says to do things in decency and in order, so I was convicted with that in prayer one day. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna go buy me a journal. And
And girl, we all know we like those cute journals. So you
right,
have this cute journal, and this is
right.
cute. This is cute. This is cute.
And
I will be contributing to purchasing, adding this on my cart. Yes, baby. I will have it. I will
thank
keep me a copy,
you.
but I'm gonna probably buy two because I'm gonna saran wrap one and keep it, and
Oh,
not touch it. And it's gonna be a vintage first Jennifer Howard book ever. And I'm gonna
oh,
remind you in 20 years, remember this? And I'm gonna pull it out, saran wrap.
oh my goodness, you're making me blush. Like,
I'm blushing too because I know it's gonna happen.
man, but no, like, and I just stumbled upon I couldn't sleep one night and I was watching YouTube videos, and it's crazy because I came upon a video of how to make your own journal, and I'm like, okay, let me click on it. And I was like, what? Let me try this. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm the world's biggest procrastinator. So that I actually
Wait a
did
second. Wait a second. The whole world that knows you, I'm one of the people that know you, and I can honestly say that even though you say you're one of the world's biggest procrastinators, I think that's a lie because
no,
I've
ma'am.
seen no ma'am,
No, ma'am.
no ma'am,
I'm flattered. I'm
no
so flattered that you think that, but
ma'am.
no,
I've
no,
seen
ma'am.
you myself in action, and when you say this is what I'm about to do, there's not even between the time you say this is what's about to happen, like there's no time. Like it's done. Like you're
You
doing it.
know, you
I've
know,
seen
like
you. So
like
I
that was me
wouldn't call
back
you a
then.
procrastinator. I
No,
think
for real. I can't. I
no.
can't. I have become a procrastinator, and a lot of
Maybe recently this is something you were doing, however, not anymore because I have receipts, ma'am. I can pull up my phone and like show that you're like podcast now, now, now. So
right,
that is not
right,
procrastinating at
right,
all.
right, absolutely. But I mean, like, I was at one point a really big procrastinator, and I'm still dealing with it. But it
And you're
all
getting
stems.
over it.
I am.
You're
I
becoming
am. I really am.
organized. Like you said, you're
Because
becoming organized.
yeah, and I'm putting me and my dreams first. A lot of it had to do with what how I perceived myself, what I thought of myself. You know, and I didn't have a lot of confidence, and now it's like, you know what? If this
Girl,
what
I've
I can
seen you
do it,
too, and I know you have confidence, baby. I've seen you. We must be talking about two different Jennifer Howards
No,
because, baby,
I
I've
just,
seen you with confidence.
but
I've seen you.
you
I've heard you. I've seen you in
you know,
action. I've seen the action, girl.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But you also know that this last relationship that I got out of, it really broke me.
It
Like
did.
it really broke me, and it made me. I didn't know who I was anymore.
Right.
You know,
And this is
and
part of the health and the happiness that we're talking about on this podcast is very
mhm,
important because it did break you. However, you're coming back piece by piece. And look at this. Look at this amazing. Like
stronger than ever.
you published a journal. Like you self-published a journal and it's active, it's live, it's hot, it's right here. You're making sales and you're about to make more sales because of this podcast and because God has this for you in store for you.
Amen. I received that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Like New York Times bestseller, baby, here we come. Like it's happening.
Right?
It's happening. Royalties, dividends, all that. It's coming. It's happening.
It
You
is.
guys, you guys have to get this prayer journal 999. I guarantee you it will change your life. Why? Because you're actually putting your thoughts on paper and giving God some time. And look at this. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's
And
beautiful.
and knowing that that you can go back to that in a week, and be like, oh my God, this happened last week and this week, just the, being able to watch how God brings you through and how he provides and how he just has you in overall,
Right.
you know, to see that and to even see your growth as a person, because we grow every day,
Right.
you know.
Every single
So
second, every single
yes,
millisecond, we're growing. Our
yes,
cells are growing, our mind is growing, our brain is growing, our ideas are growing, and we're thinking big thoughts because it literally takes the same amount of energy to think a small thought versus a big thought. So why not think huge, like just enormous thoughts that are
amen.
even larger than life that God, He can do it. He can do anything. He's worthy of all that. So I'm very proud of you. I
Thank
know
you.
that you think you might be a procrastinator, but I disagree. I think you're overcoming that.
I'm
And I,
overcoming.
yes, and I also think that you are like not broken anymore because you are so happy. Like now you actually laugh. I remember at a certain point, and I'm not going to say when or where, how, we'll talk about that in another
Yes,
podcast, but
yes,
I remember vividly sitting next to you and your laugh, like it's contagious, your laugh, like when you would really laugh, like, I can tell when you really really laugh and when you're like ha ha ha, like yeah, it's just like a
yeah,
mini laugh, not real laugh, but your real laughs, they're back, I hear them, and
yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I'm happy.
Thank you,
The
thank
path
you,
to loving yourself has worked, and you're doing an amazing job. So I'm so excited for you.
thank you, thank you.
Healthy, and you're wealthy because now all the wealth is coming in, and you have your health and you're happy. Like that's the most important part, and you're doing things that you enjoy to do. You're
Absolutely,
doing what you like to do because if we work at a job or a career or something that we don't even like and you're not happy, like what does that say? Like that's misery. Why would you make yourself miserable, right? And I am guilty of that because I have to have a conversation myself with a certain person and let them know, hey, look, money is no longer good enough. I appreciate the money that y'all are sending me, and it's a great stream of income. I'm for it. I, respect your company, all that good stuff. But as a contractor, money is no longer good enough. So
right,
I got to break the bad news to them that it's time for us to, split our ways. But in my defense, I have had over, I don't know, maybe 100 jobs in my life. I'm 43 now, but I've literally had over 100 jobs and like 3 careers and gigs. I can't tell you how many gigs I've done, like a million probably. But the point is that money's no longer enough. So now that's why I'm here because I'm doing what I love to do. And it's spending time with my friends, my family, spending time being creative, evolving, being more happier, more wealthier, and more healthy. I love it. That's what we're doing. Jennifer, so let me ask you a question.
yes.
How do you how would you tell the youth or even women or even men, anybody, what would be the most like significant thing that a person that is going through, the opposite of being healthy, which is unhealthy, sick, or the opposite of being, wealthy, which is either poor or broke. And now, poor and broke are two different things. Being
Right.
poor means a
Absolutely.
mentality, and being broke is I can't manage my money that I already have. So, two
Right.
different things there. And then also, being not healthy and not wealthy and not happy, what would you say would be one of the most first important things that a person should do or focus on to be able to attain these three very important items?
I would say evaluate. I would say make a list and write down what is holding you back. What is hurting you. A lot of us, a lot of our sadness, a lot of people who deal with depression, you know, it stems, or an addiction. They all stem from a trauma, you know. And the thing is that for
Hashtag hashtag mental health awareness, very important. We're gonna hashtag that on here.
okay, and and with that being said, at some point in time, you're going to have to face that head on. You're going to have to face it. You're going to have to do some forgiving, and not necessarily for the people or the person who hurt you, but for yourself. Because the thing is that you keep holding on to something, it does something to you. It does, and it makes you bitter. It makes you hard, you know. And then
I'm glad you brought that up about holding on to something and it gets harder as you hold it because like for example, I'm holding this delicious water that I like that a lot of people don't like. I won't even
I
show
love
the
it.
label.
I
You
love
know
it.
what it is? Okay. I
Yeah,
think I'm
very,
not supposed to show the label or something. I don't know. But you can see it's
yeah.
not alcoholic, but this isn't weigh but maybe what 16 ounces or something, 8 ounce, 12 ounces,
Mhm.
330 milliliters, well, 11.15 fluid ounces. That's not very heavy at all. However, if I hold this for an hour or if I hold this for 2 hours or 10 hours, I'm going to take the label off. There you go. So if you hold this for 2 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, this is going to start getting heavy.
Right,
So, initially something can start out so like, oh, it's just no big deal. I'm just, here doing this or that. But the more you hold on to it, the heavier and heavier and heavier it gets. And that
yes,
becomes stress. So I'm glad you said that.
yes. And um, uh, the reason why that we have there's um, so many people suffering from addiction, and so many people suffering from depression, because they don't know how to cope.
Right.
And sometimes self-medicating or drinking, or being promiscuous or whatever, it numbs that.
And numbs the pain.
It numbs the pain. But then
However, afterwards,
you feel worse.
it's
You
worse.
feel worse.
Yeah.
And the thing
It's a
is that
temporary band aid.
that's it.
Mhm.
And why settle for temporary when you can have temporal? You know, like why
Permanent, eternal.
like
Mhm.
why it's harder to go through it, to have to relive some of the hurts, to have to relive through some of the pains. But the end result, your healing is more important than anything in this world.
That's
And
number one.
especially
Hmm.
especially for those who are parents, you know, because if we keep holding on to that hurt and that pain, and we shut down and this and that, and it tends sometimes we tend to pass it on to our children.
Absolutely, like an infection or like a
Right,
contagious
right,
disease, and not even willingly, like on purposely. But that's why it's so important to be healthy
right,
because you can infect other people, and then it becomes this mindset, and then we have a world like the kind of world that we live in right now. It's either the haves and the have-nots, or are the ones that are thinking positive, that this world is a miracle and beautiful and amazing, and then we have the ones that think this world is hell, prison, torture, purgatory, the list goes on and on. So it's a matter of your mindset because we all have the same things. So being healthy, to me, for the question that we asked is, like you said, evaluate. It's very important. Write a list of what obstacles you think are,
Right. What's
in
holding you
your
back?
way. To,
Right.
to overcome them. And everything has a solution, because like I said earlier, there's no such thing as a problem, it's only a lack of knowledge. So like it's the question for me, what would you do to like start on a path of healing? That's a complicated question. However, we always have God at the forefront. However, if you would have said, "Hey, Blanca, I want you to become healthy, wealthy, and happy," and the way to go through it is with God, like 20 years ago, I would have been like, "What? Like, screw you! We're talking about God. Like, come on, man. Like, I got better stuff to do than that." And so that doesn't always work, or going to church or reading your Bible. It works. It does work. I
Right.
rebuke that, Satan. That is not true. That's a false statement. It does work.
Right.
However, it takes practice, it takes diligence, it takes time. And then after a while, some take less time than others, but for the most part, always God is working. So he is always working and it will work. However, sometimes it's not the direct path to getting happy, healthy, and wealthy by saying God, 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 because you can actually make yourself sick, because I kind of did that because I wanted God so much, and God, 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 and everything was God. But I wasn't doing it out of love. It was more like respect, God, authority. And people were like, whoa, like if that's what your God is like I'm not for that, and I see that now. But before I didn't, because I was one of those. If you talk to me about God, I was like, like get away from me. No, no, like I
Hmm.
don't want to hear it. But my thing to be able to become healthy, wealthy, and happy, it was like this circle that we have here that you did. Like I started here, trying to follow God, and then trying to go to church. Then I decided, well, I'm going to start exercising, then eating right, and none of those things made me happy. It was just like, I'm just doing it. Then it became, well, I'm going to get friends, or I'm going to get a boyfriend, and then it became, well, I'm going to get married, or I'm going to have my child. And like none of it was happy, healthy, wealthy. It was just like little glimpses of it. So over time, like I guess God crushing me and crushing me and crushing me so much, like, you take something and you crush it, like it can become a diamond with so much pressure, like coal, right? So I think after so much crushing, God allowed me to be able to open my eyes and see and become aware that everything is God. We're all connected, and we all can be happy, healthy, and wealthy. And that's one of my messages that I want to get across to the world. Like the wealth is not just reserved for certain people. The happiness is not reserved just for a certain kind of person. Health is not only for just, the certain elite. No, this is for everybody. God doesn't say you can't have this and you can't have that. No, it's
No.
just a matter of you actually creating and evolving and keep moving forward.
Right. As far as for me, for me, I tried exercising, I tried losing weight, I tried eating better. And for me, I can only speak for me.
Right.
I can only speak for me because not everybody believes in God. Well, let me rephrase that. Not everybody believes in Jesus Christ. You
Correct.
know, there are people who are mad at God, because they believe that how could you let this happen?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And
I
when
think
in reality, it's not necessarily that God is allowing, well, God does allow everything, obviously, because He is eternal and He is the same, but
right,
it's a lot of our decisions that we make that causes the backlash. Like if you like shake a sheet, it's
right,
gonna like shake the whole sheet, and it's gonna have an effect, and then it like ripples on like the ocean too, like the waves. Like every decision we make, like even right now, us deciding to do this podcast, like this is going to cause like ripples, like this journal, prayer journal circle that you did on here, like it's gonna keep going and going and going in circles
Right?
because it's done. It is done, you know?
It is. And the thing is that you know, every purpose, there's behind every purpose there's a pain.
Right.
And it's not justifying what a evil person's actions, but to become to go from a victim to a overcomer
A
is
warrior,
amazing.
soldier. Yes.
It's amazing. The whole process, it is hard. It is like pure torture. But when you stick it through, when you stick it through, I promise you the end result. But you got to find peace of mind. And the only way you'll get peace of mind is 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 facing those traumas head on.
Fear.
Whatever it is,
Just facing
fear
fear
and,
straight in his face.
and
Yep.
fear itself. You know, when I do something different now. You know how we talk about radical changes, right?
Correct.
We were talking about that earlier. Well, you were. Okay. So,
Oh yeah, because I've done some radical changes in the
yes,
past few
ma'am, you
days. Woo!
have. Yes,
Lord
ma'am,
baby.
you have.
Oh, and those fruit
So,
ninja slicing things hurt, but hey, we did it.
right. So so when um so when I get bound up with fear, I put Kirk Franklin's song on, Hello Fear. Okay.
Yay, shout out Kirk Franklin. Woo! Yes,
Right?
baby. Yes, Lord.
What I do is it's one thing I've learned. Music is so therapeutic.
Exactly.
Have you
Music,
ever know?
music is life because it has a heartbeat.
Right.
It has a beat.
Absolutely.
Hmm. And it's
Absolutely. That's why
universal. Everybody can understand it.
my
Yeah.
kid, my 12-year-old, he gets so upset with me when I tell him, when he plays his music sometimes, and I tell him, turn that off. He was like, Ma, why? What's wrong with it? I'm like, because what you feed your spirit,
Right.
it 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 does something to you.
Absolutely.
If you're listening to uh I'm gonna kill this, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill, it's gonna make you angry, and it makes you want to go and do that. You
Right.
know what I mean? But then when you put on let's say Maverick music, I love them. Gyra,
Who's
you
Maverick Music and who's Gyra? Hold on. Did I just learn something new? Hold on. Who's Maverick? Hold on. I
so
gotta write this down, sister.
With Chandler Moore, when he says, Gyra, you are enough, you know,
Right.
I mean,
Jehovah Jireh. Yeah.
like,
He's my provider.
when you listen to the piece of that song, the anointing from that song, it takes over your whole surroundings. And when music sets the atmosphere, that's what it
Hmm.
is. It
Baby,
sets
yes.
the
Let me tell you.
atmosphere.
Yes. Let me tell you because for a fact, and this is facts,
Mhm.
I set the actual tone for my household. For me and my house, we shall always serve the Lord all the days of our lives. I sometimes play TD Jakes, his sermons, just in the background, always to set the mood for the house, even when I'm not home, which is
Mhm.
rare because I'm always home. I'm a home person now. I changed my ways radically. Radical changes in 4 years.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
home. I'm home.
You have
Finally home.
done
Finally.
that.
So I set the tone of my home with the music because TD Jakes, or I'll listen to Blanca. She's also a gospel singer, amazing singer. I'll put on, Toby Mac. I'll put on, you name it, just a Christian. Is it NFT? What's his name? Or NT? Remember the one that I showed you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it NFT? No,
I
that's
think
the
so.
cryptocurrency.
Oh, no, yeah, it is, right?
I'm fixing to look this up. The Christian singer. What's his name? Do you remember who I'm talking about?
The one you sent me a music video of, I can't even think of it. I can't think of it, but she said NFT, and here I am agreeing. And I'm like, no, that's crypto.
That's
That's
the
something.
crypto. I can't remember his name. NT? NF. NF. I think it's NF, Christian music. Christian.
But I mean, it's you know, it's a lot of
Here he is. It's NF. Okay, so here it is. So NF, I'll play some of his music sometimes, and he's kind of like dark in some of his things that he sings. But there's one of them that he screams, "God, oh Lord," and I can play a snippet. Actually, I can't because it's copyrighted, but I can click on it real quick and just show it, and then get off. So this is NF, oh Lord. Y'all can go check it out, but I'm gonna stop it immediately because I don't want anybody to like get rid of our. There you go. That's enough because I don't want to be copyrighted. So NF,
right,
oh Lord, from his album Therapy Session. Oh my gosh. When I play this, I literally will cry. I will scream. And mind you, he's already at what, 18 million views? What is that? Let's see. 1,600,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, 18 million views. Yeah,
wow,
absolutely. I'm subscribed to
wow,
him. So y'all check out NF. But yeah, absolutely, definitely very important to set the mood and to be able to have that so you can listen.
right. You know,
Mhm.
it can be anything. Like one thing I do, you know, I buy myself flowers every Wednesday.
Amen. Ooh,
You know,
girl, I know that's right, baby.
I buy
Yes.
myself
Mhm.
flowers. This is the first time in a very long time that I've been single. So I've lost I I had lost who I was as Jennifer. You
Right.
know, I've been Jennifer the mom, I've been Jennifer the wife, I've been Jennifer the girlfriend, you know, and now it's just I'm Jennifer. I'm
Right.
in school, you know, I'm I'm on my way to become a author. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Girl,
doing
you are an author already. It is
I'm
done.
doing
And
things.
can we say what else you're doing, or we can't say that about
No,
the.
not yet, not yet,
Okay, we're not gonna say that
not
yet.
yet, not yet.
She's
But
doing
I mean,
things, y'all. She's doing big, 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 big things.
and the business ventures that you and I have going on
Oh
that we're about
yes.
to start, like that's what it's all about.
It's 100. It's 100, 100, 100, 100.
Uh, honey,
We
you
gotta get
know,
that money
and
machine. We need more money machines to count the cash.
right, and think that
I
part.
get tired of counting money. No, I'm serious. You get tired after it's like okay,
Well,
money machine.
I can't wait to get
Yes,
to the
you
point.
are there. You are
I
already
can't
there. You just don't
get
see
to
it.
that
You're
point,
there.
but I am there because you know, some people, some people, some people just don't. They've been tore down for so long
Right.
that they don't think
And
they're good enough. They don't
right.
think they're worthy of anything good. You know,
Absolutely.
and
And
God's word says, I give you life to live it abundantly. And people, when people hear that, they automatically think the religious. They automatically think, "Oh, God's gonna make me rich."
mm-mm.
No,
No,
God
baby.
wants you to be abundant. He wants you to be abundant in your thinking, in,
Right.
in the
Big
way
thoughts.
you live. Your friendships, your family, all these things.
Yes, thank
He
you.
wants you to be healthy.
Ooh-wee.
All these things. Wealth, it does not just stop at finance. It's
Right.
not.
Correct.
It's not. You know, I mean, if and some people he blesses with money right then and there. You know why? Because those that will be the only riches they'll ever have is here on earth.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
But
Yeah, no,
at
but
the
God blesses the
same
evil.
time,
God blesses the evil and he blesses the righteous all the same, and he
right
says in his word to not even be
on the
concerned
just,
about the evil because I've never seen anybody doing something evil and get away with it. Ever. Ever,
ever.
ever, 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 ever. It
It may
always
take
comes
some
back. It will
time.
snap them, snap, snap, snap in the face.
It
I've
may take
always
some
seen that.
time. It may take some time, but
But
it's
God will avenge. He will avenge,
coming.
definitely.
He will. He will. Just as an example, for this person who just tore me completely down. For the longest, I was like, I don't know why he does this to me.
Right.
What? he loved me, this and that. And the way a person treats you is a reflection of how
Of
they feel,
themselves. Right.
you know.
Absolutely.
So when a person like that meets someone who's genuine
That
and who
loves and cares.
absolutely who is I'm a good person,
Right.
and when I'm with you, I'm with you.
Right.
And that goes in friendships and everything. But but when I put my foot down and said no, and I gave it to
Girl, that word no, if
and I gave
that word
God
no
and
is
I
like a dagger
mm-mm,
to some people's heart. When you say no,
absolutely,
ooh, baby, some people
absolutely,
just lose their mind. Like, no.
absolutely. And then but then when and then they get some gratification because they know you're hurting over this breakup and this
Right.
separation.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
they enjoy it because they're
they do.
narcissists. Hmm.
But then when even God says,
God
and
says it. Your
even
enemy will come back and asking you for help.
mm,
Absolutely.
but God also says in Psalms, only for a little while will I turn my face. He's
Hmm.
going to let things go for a little while, but when he
Right.
gets because I serve a God who will get off of his throne and come down right in,
Girl, yes, baby.
you
Woo!
know,
That's what I'm talking
you know,
about.
and now that this person sees, oh, wait a minute, she's taking care of herself. Oh
Hmm.
wow, what?
And that's God, baby. You and God got this, and He's always
She's
been there
getting
for you. And now
fixed?
since
What?
you're loving yourself more and more, you're able to allow to receive more blessings
Right?
because God is filling you up with more love because you're showing God, I love myself and I have faith that you will take care of me. Instead of saying why this, why that, now you're saying why not can I be rich? Why not can I be healthy? Why not can I be
Mhm.
the things that I want to be? And God, you're enlarging your vessel to receive more blessings because you didn't have a large enough vessel then to receive them. And now you're
No,
like, I'm receiving them. Hmm.
no, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. God says, uh, for us to present our bodies as a living sacrifice,
correct.
meaning to cherish our teeth, cherish our what we eat, you know,
Right.
to cherish and respect what he's given us.
And what we think within our
Right?
mind, and especially what comes out of our mouth.
Oh,
Teeth or no teeth, what comes out of this thing. What comes out of this little thing right here, called a
right,
tongue, baby, this thing right here can be
absolutely.
either for life or for death, and it's all
Yes,
right here. And it starts from here, and then it comes through here.
it is.
One thing is to think it. Even, most people, healthy people, they think thoughts that maybe they shouldn't think. However, if you entertain them and not cast them down, and then they come out of here, that means they're right here in your heart, and you really mean it. I know for facts, you know.
Yeah.
For facts. Right now, I have on here, I'm going to show on this page what I pulled up. Can you see here? This is SoundCloud, and y'all can also follow Boy Roan. This is one of my sons, and this is some of his music. And this music I can't play because it's not copyrighted yet. However, we're working on hopefully getting it copyrighted for him. We are going through a process right now, we can say, and so hopefully pretty soon, um, both of our schedules can come aligned up, or he can get it copyrighted. But I'll play a snippet. Here we go. This is Boron. This is one of my favorite tracks. It's called Eden Interlude. This is version 2. He had another one, but he did a little bit of editing on it different. So I'll play a clip. Here we go. Talking about the choices. If you see the cover between good and evil, Adam and Eve, the good angel, the bad angel, and the all-seeing eye, and then all the different religions in this tree, and how the tree is a plant growing on top of the world and the sun and the moon. So here we go. This is Boron Eden Interlude, verse 2. He wrote the song, he sang it, and here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We can't hear it.
yeah.
I can't hear it.
11:45. You say you can't hear it?
Can't hear it.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
you can't?
No.
Huh. Let me see. Hold on. Let me try.
Let's try it. Can you hear that?
A little bit.
Can you hear that? Can you hear it?
Can you
You have no.
You can't hear it? Okay, because I played it on two different things, but for some reason it's not playing. I'm not sure why. You can't hear that?
No.
Oh, wow, it sounds amazing. I wish you could hear it. So he said, "It's 11:45. I'm stuck in the garden at even," and he goes on to sing it. But as you can see, he has over 17,000 views. He would have about 60,000 right now. He just posted it not too long ago. The other version he had, which was literally like two little bitty edits, he had over, I think, maybe 30,000 views, and he just deleted it. And he gets that from his mom because I just deleted one of my YouTube page, and I'm like, I just swiped off like a quarter of a million views. I'm like, I'm gonna do this again because I got mad one day. So, but y'all check him out. Go to Borrone on SoundCloud. He has a couple of tracks on here. That's one of my sons. Show him some love. Great music. I'm sorry y'all can't hear it on here. Did you hear it?
Absolutely.
Hear it, NF? Oh Lord, when I played it a little bit or no?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear it, huh? Interesting.
No.
Okay. So now we know I gotta get that fixed. But yeah, so it's happiness, health, and wealth. It's taken me a while to get to this point. And I think it's for a reason that a lot of young people aren't wealthy because maybe they can't handle it. So, are you still there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I think it's because God, maybe eh, maybe he doesn't the people that are young don't get the wealth right away because maybe, you know, they're not ready for it, or maybe they, are not sure what to do with the wealth, so they end up, not being able to handle it. So with that being said, I think that's part of the reason why, a lot we can't have a lot of young people that are wealthy. So young people, get yourselves together, get it going, get it right, and you get your wealth up, man. You don't want to be 80 years old wealthy, which is fine to be 80 and wealthy, but why wouldn't you want to be 20 and wealthy and then go through your whole life being wealthy to 80 so you can help more people? Because
Yeah.
obviously, if you have more money, you have more funds, you have more tools, you have more things to help people. That's just the way it goes, you know?
Right. And the travel, like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I tell my
absolutely. We're
kids,
going
my
to
older
Disney World.
kids,
We're gonna go.
travel.
We're all gonna
I've
go to
been
Disney World.
all around the world pretty much,
Mhm.
and it's like we live in a beautiful world.
We do.
We live in a beautiful world.
What's
And
the prettiest place you've been to?
Okinawa, Japan. Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow. Really? How was that? Tell us
Yes.
about
I,
it.
I lived there for 3 years and it was just beautiful. And
Nice.
the people are beautiful. And the thing is that, they have everything they do is like it's there's pride, there's structure, there's you know what I mean? Like on Wednesdays. And it's crazy because like it reminds me of back home, like on Wednesdays, it's a short day for them. Like they get out of school early, you know, and they go to school 6 days a week,
Oh, wow.
you
They
know,
they need
and
that Wednesday.
yeah, and then in Germany, you go to school 5 days a week, but then it's like on Wednesdays, everybody gets out at noon, the stores close at noon, factories, jobs, everything, they
Oh,
close at
wow.
noon.
So
Uh-huh.
like the whole family could be together.
Yes,
Nice.
yes, you know, and even it's like
Kind of
every
like
day.
kind of like in Spain. In
Oh,
Spain, they do
yeah,
that. They shut down everything for their afternoon siesta between 2 and 4. Everything shuts down and nobody can work and nobody can do anything. Everybody goes home, takes a nap, has some coffee. Oh, that sounds good.
yes,
Oh,
right.
that sounds so good. I
That's what we and that's what
didn't
we
I
do
say I
back
was
home.
going to bed at 8? I
We
lied.
both said we were gonna start doing
Okay,
that, right?
98% of the time I'm gonna go to bed at 8, but the other 2% I'm gonna rock on, baby, till whatever
Right?
time.
I know it.
Man, the most beautiful place I've been to so far, and I say so far because traveling is definitely in my future. Oh,
I know
I get
that's right.
we are traveling. We're going to Disney World, you and I and the kids. That's facts. And right now Disney World is so packed, it's crazy. We're gonna go last year. We barely were going to do it, and then something came up, and instead of spending the racks on Disney World, I spent it on something else to help because I do that.
That's life. That's life. You know.
So, anyways, now that I want to go to Disney World, guess what? It's all booked up until 2023. But it's okay because we're still going to go. So
But
now
that's
we
all
can
right.
save more money to go and have more fun and get more Mickey ears for everybody. It's all good.
Right? You get Mickey. You
Right.
get Mickey ears.
Minnie Mouse. I'll be Mickey ears. You can be Minnie Mouse ears. No, but
Oh,
seriously, the most prettiest place that I've been to is San Jose. Excuse me, not San Jose. I'm thinking California. I want to go there. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh my
oh, I
gosh.
bet. Oh my
Amazing. I cried when the plane came back home and we were like going in the plane and we're like flying in the air and I'm looking down at the water and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like are you serious right now?" Like this water was like super duper blue on their side and then we get to like Texas and it's like, "No, Galveston is like
take me
brown."
back.
I
Take me.
cried. I cried on the plane. I was in tears, just like I want to stay in Puerto Rico, and I could have stayed, but I had a family emergency that I had to come take care of. I was at a class doing important things, and I had to leave. But anyways, that was then, and it's over. It was 14 years ago, so we move forward. But I ended up getting my dream because I was in Puerto Rico studying to be a interpreter. I was taking a
Awesome.
class and I was only there for a day and a half, almost 2 days, and I had to immediately leave. And I realized then and there, I'm on an island. I can't just drive off of this island. So I had to go to
Right?
the airport, and that was before yeah, when we didn't have so many strict regulations on flying, and I had a layover, and I remember just waiting and waiting for me to be called, and they called me, and I just like sped home to take care of the situation, and I took care of it, and there were no casualties, thank God. But yes, I took care of it. Well,
Thank
that was the
God.
old me, but yeah. So the San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh my God, the sand is like white, beautiful. I never knew we had white sand. There was almond trees like growing in the beach, the white
Oh
sand. The
my.
water was beautiful. The people
I,
were dressed like out of Vogue magazines, like, and I thought I was looking so cute. I had all my apple bottom jeans and my fur boots, and I thought I was a thing, girl. Until they told me, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, what's up? They're like, "Do you need any help?" I'm like, "No, like everything's cool. Like I'm like, what's up, you know?" And they were like, "Oh, cause we see, are you from here?" I'm like, "No, why? Like, how could you tell?" Cause I mean, obviously I speak more than one language and they speak Spanish, English too. And they were like, "You're just different. Like we can tell." And I didn't have my hair green or teal then. It was, I think, blonde. But I was like, how could you tell that I'm not from here? They're like, "You're wearing denim." I'm like, "These are apple bottoms, baby. Like, what do you, huh? Like, I got apple bottom. You know how much these jeans cost?" And girl, they told, I said, "I got a whole little apple on the back of my pockets, you know." They said only poor people wear denim in Puerto Rico. I was like, "Say what?" And all I had packed was denim, denim,
was
denim,
that
denim. And I was like, and then we had a party and it was like super rich people at the time and I wasn't rich at the time. I was, medium, but I was so like everybody was dressed up and I'm like in jeans and like I'm like, "Oh, this is not cute. Like this is," and I'm thinking like business casual, we're going to learn, we're going to school, but fast forward now 14 years later, I am a certified interpreter. I reached my dream, reached my goal, did that, but
Yay.
it's still more things that we need to do, but I was very happy. Very long journey, and I did it. I reached interpreter rank number one. Thank God, out of 8,000 interpreters, and I'm still gonna keep going higher and higher because God says I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, San Juan, man. Woo. But Japan, though, what did you eat over there? Because
Oh
when I
my.
got to Puerto Rico, to cut you off, I apologize, but when I went to Puerto Rico, I was like, this food's good, but like I really miss Texas. Like this is not the food that I'm used to. So I had to like hunt around for like food that I liked, which was good, but it wasn't what I was used to. Or maybe I went to the wrong restaurants or didn't know. But what kind of food did you eat in Japan? Do you remember?
Oh my God. So I think, it was really hard because you got to see, this was decades ago. And I was what, 9 when we got there. We lived there for 3 years, because my dad was in the army.
Right.
Um,
But if it's
oh,
anything like Mexico, Puerto Rico, like even the pizza tasted different, McDonald's tasted different.
let
I
me
was like, oh
tell you
my
something.
gosh, like what is
The
this?
pizza was so disappointing
Right.
because it was like 6 inches of dough. I
Oh
kid you,
no. Yeah, we
and it
can't do that.
was on babes, and it was
Oh
horrific.
no. And I'm pretty sure the sauce was like not good at all either. Pretty
No,
sure.
no. I mean, no, it was the
It was?
topping was good. Yeah,
Okay.
it you know, just being spoiled, being American. You know what I mean? It's like,
No,
oh,
not you.
pizza,
No way.
well, real pizza.
No.
Absolutely.
A
It,
Libra that's spoiled?
yeah,
No.
yeah.
I could never that could never happen. I could
I
never
wish,
see a Libra being spoiled.
ma'am. Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm being it was a funny
I
joke.
know. I know. but I mean, and we got there like at 1 o'clock in the morning, so everything was closed and on base, and in the hotel. And the next day was even more horrific because, like, you know, okay, hold on, people,
Wait, so
hold on.
did you have like chow mein or like stir fry? Do
Oh
they
my
have that
god,
there? Orange chicken or
oh my god,
is that
no,
like an
no,
American thing?
that's Chinese. Japan is completely different.
Oh,
Okay,
that's right. Japan. Excuse me for my
yeah.
like non-cultural. That's
Oh
right.
my
Japan is totally different. So
god.
what do they do there? Like fish and like
Sushi,
sushi.
yakisoba. Oh my god! I think that
Yakisoba's
I ate
good.
I ate yakisoba maybe every day for
Yakisoba's
three
good.
years. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
The
It's
yakisoba noodles?
oh oh my god! No, 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 no. What
No?
we the little what we have here that's considered yakisoba
Uh-huh.
is a complete understatement. Oh my god!
Fake. Faux
Oh
yakisoba.
no, I mean you need the peanut oil from the noodles. I'm going a little bit too far, but
Hey, no, no. Hey, we're all about food. That's another channel we got going on. We got the food channel, baby.
right?
Hey, that's health
And
right
like,
there. That's
my
all health.
God,
Health and happiness, food, baby. Food channel.
that's it. But oh my
But
God,
peanut oil? Oh yes. We gotta
oh
get
my
into
God,
but the peanut oil. This is
it is amazing.
woo.
I
Right.
mean, and they're so creative. Like, and
Right.
I mean, every dish is presentation is everything. That's what it is.
It's key.
Presentation is
Is that where you get that
everything.
from? Is that where you got that experience from? Because when you tell me that we're doing our restaurant, the presentation, I know a presentation is huge and I'm into that as well. But is that part of where you got that from? Like the presentation part
Absolutely.
that you
That
learned?
and my mom. That and my mom.
Okay.
My mom. We weren't. It was 6 of us. I'm the oldest of 6, and my mom never served us on paper plates.
Ever?
And mm-mm. And
Never, 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 never growing up?
never.
Oh,
And
wow.
when we got older,
Nice.
I asked her, and she was like, "When I cook for y'all, that comes out of love. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That comes from
beautiful.
out of love. And the way if I give you, mhm. And my mom, I
So
have
it
the
was like a
best.
whole experience with your mom when she cooked for y'all.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's
I
where I
like
get
her. We would get along because that's how
cook
I am.
every day.
Every
Not
day.
just on Sundays.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
no, it was an everyday thing. My mom, oh my God, she would when she would make our plates, she would make our plates before we sat at the table.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Hmm. And
Shout out to Jennifer's mom. If you see this, mom, shout out to you because that is amazing. Yes,
man,
we
and
need you to do a podcast, mom. We need you to teach people how to do presentation and stuff. Jennifer's
Man,
gonna do it too, but we could have you on here too, invite her. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, man, and it's just, and out of my childhood memories, those were like the fondest because we'd always talk. Oh ma, oh you got a little classy here tonight, or
She got fancy.
hey here, girl, And my mom, she would look at us, she'd give us a little side eye. Is that proper? Is that proper English? I used to say to her, "What do you know about proper English? You know,
Because
you
of those of you that don't know, Jennifer, she's German too. So she's tough, man. You got you a tough cookie right here that y'all are listening to for sure.
man."
Much
So,
wisdom.
but my mom said, presentation is everything. The way you
Absolutely.
walk out your door, the way you walk out your door in the mornings,
Hmm.
presentation is everything because you don't just represent yourself, you represent
Right.
this family.
The
So
family, right.
yeah, you know.
And the
So I'm
kids too, like, you see parents that they're all dressed up to the nines and you look at their kid and you're like, whoa, like, what's going on with your kid? Is that your kid? Like,
man,
did they take a bath? Because I see you took a bath, but did they take a bath? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
right. Mom's walking around with $500 braids in her hair, and then the little boy hasn't had a haircut in like 6 months.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Know,
crazy.
it's crazy.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
gosh, that is crazy, crazy. Well, I'm glad you guys can't see me because I'm over here like blurred out, I think, all the way. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is amazing. I'm so glad we got to do our podcast. It's so exciting. I want to keep the content short. That way we can go ahead and make sure that we have the enough space to upload it. So we're going to be ending here pretty soon. If we want to wrap it up, that would be great. Health, Wealth, and Happiness podcast #1 with Jennifer Howard and Blanca Farfan, Barbie Teens channel. Jennifer, do you want to say anything to the rest of the community here before we end?
No, I just want to say thank you for having me on, and for always encouraging and always motivating me. When it even when it was hard to. So
Even when I argue with you, I try
even
not to argue. I try
hard,
not
no,
to.
I didn't argue. Even when it was hard to, when you
Right.
would me and I just wasn't listening. So, yeah, but I appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship, and I just thank you for having me on tonight, and thank you for shouting out my journal. Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you, thank you,
Now,
thank
now you know as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna call you right on the phone. You know
you. Right?
that. I'm gonna go ahead and end our podcast, you guys. I'm gonna post this. Please sign up. Get Jennifer's book, her prayer journal, Jennifer Howard. She's on Amazon. Check it out. Add it to your cart. I know I'm gonna be doing that. Check out Boy Roan too. Brandon, his music on SoundCloud.
Yes.
He's on Apple Music. Shout out to him and sign up to all our channels. We have about probably like 5, 6, 10 somewhere around there. At some point, I'll add all the links and all the fun stuff that everybody does, but I'm more like impromptu, like ad lib. I just go as I go with the flow, and it tends to work for me that way. But yeah, but thank you so much for being on our channel, Jennifer. We love you very much, and
Love you
shout out. And
too.
I'm gonna call you right now as soon as I get off of here.
All right.
Bye, y'all. Barbie Tings channel.
Bye.
Bye.